Hi, welcome back, all of you, to this course. It's a really, really important course for all of you. My name is Sudhir Menon G. Just thought in this video, I'll give you a brief introduction about this course. I worked as an architect for a decade now, predominantly on the analytics AI ML and very recently in the Gen AI. So I've been with Amazon Web Services in the enablement team for 3+ years. And this course is for anybody. I'm sure a lot of you are exploring a lot of courses in AWS from a certification, from understanding the architecture. This gives you a very broad practitioner view about how you think like an architect. That's really important to connect these dots. It's a short course, but very productive course. So please ensure that you make best use of it. So what we're going to cover in this course is we'll briefly talk about what is the role of an architect on AWS, and you could really replicate this to any of the other cloud provider. Second, we'll talk about some project definition because you really have no idea about what kind of projects are coming from customers. It could be from, it can be all the way from quantum computing up to what we are talking about, a simple migration project. So you must understand the definition of a workload from an architect perspective. It is really important to know different tenets of an architecture. Basically, you should know how to reuse some of the project artifacts. You should understand what are some of the DevOps or an LLM ops or kind of a practices. And we'll also cover the repository of architecture because you need to see, maybe I would always put a number to it, maybe 21 plus different design diagram for no reasons. When you see different diagrams, you'll understand how the architects have really put together all these pieces together. There is a repository of architecture. One of the very important tool which AWS provides is a well-architected framework, which are nothing but best practices, guidelines. They're not taking a stick to tell you that do this, do that, but these are things which worked with other customers and very specialized, well-architected framework concepts like lenses. We'll cover that also. One of the most forgotten concept today is about the design patterns. If you remember that as an architect, when I used to be working on the TOGAF model as an enterprise architect, technical architect, one of the very important thing is about bringing the gang of four, looking at a singleton pattern. Does it change anywhere in the AWS world or Azure world or a GCP? It never changes. Just that it's pretty hidden. It's very important for you to know what a design pattern. We'll take some examples there. And we'll also look at some of the very important piece, like take some workloads. Maybe if I pull in generative AI, how do you think like an architect? We look at migrations as a pattern example, like how do I really do a design pattern on a migration? Okay, and we'll also talk about the machine learning concept in terms of explaining. So we'll take different workload, just get you a quick feel. It's not a deep dive, but it's a very broad based, a very, very focused and very important course. So if I have to just tell you, like if you have this 4 hours of class, even if you've gone through 40 hours for 400 hours of architect class, this will just put them together for you, which is very important because as a practicing architect, this is what I do. The last part, which we'll also cover a little bit, is about certifications. So I myself certified on AWS architecture as well as ML, generative AI, etc. We'll talk about some of the career options and certificate. We know that in the new world of work, there is a drastic change, but it doesn't matter. Your fundamentals will have to be really understood. And finally, I leave you some resources for you to really refer to because that is very important. At the end of it, you would find that you should not really map your career into just learning certifications and get some certificate, but overall trying to understand what are some of the very important resources to go through, which will really help you in your career. Okay, so welcome to this course. Hopefully, this course is I have conducted this course maybe 100+ times. Just that I'm just putting this into a small capsule so that all of you can benefit from it. Than me benefiting maybe 500,000 people, it can reach more people. So welcome to the course. See you in each of these lessons to cover this in details. Thank you.